Hello all you awesome humans, I'm Katt Dee and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the very first movie review for Wheel of Movies. So if you're not new to my channel, then you know what's going on, you know why there's a wheel here. If you are new to my channel and you just clicked on this because you wanted to see the review for Polar, hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Katt Dee, as I mentioned. So basically here what we're doing on this channel is I have two different segments. One is for Disney Plus, which we're doing the Wheel of Disney Plus, and the other one is just Wheel of Movies. Wheel of Disney Plus is where I spin the wheel 3 times and I review movies from the Disney Plus platform. And then the Wheel of Movies is where I spin the wheel 3 times every week or every week to 10 days. And I review 3 movies that are on Netflix, Hulu, or Amazon Prime. And all of these movies are taken from suggestions from you guys. So everything that I'm reviewing, with the exception of 1 or 2 that I put on the wheel myself that you guys saw if you watched my TBW, which to be watched videos. All of these is basically I'm taking everything that you guys say and I'm pulling movies from that. So the first movie that we're going to be reviewing for Wheel of Movies is Polar. Now, I didn't go into this movie. I didn't look it up. I knew nothing about it. I clicked on it and I started watching it. And uh, I don't think that I can review this movie without spoilers. So what I'm going to do is the first couple minutes of this movie, I'm going to tell you the premise, brief thoughts, and then I'm going to deep dive into my thoughts and spoilers. And the reason is just the type of movie it is. I feel like it would be hard to convey my feelings about it without spoiling anything. So basically, we're following an assassin. His name is Duncan Visla, and he is basically hitting his retirement age. In this assassin's, I'm going to call it a guild. It's not a guild, but this assassin's guild, they have to retire when they hit the age of 50, I believe it is, or I think it's 50. I can't remember the exact age, and I didn't write it down, but they have to retire at a specific age. And once they retire, they get this assassin's pension for working for their employer, the person who tells them who to kill, basically. And so, basically, the premise of this movie is the employer basically has a whole bunch of assassins that are coming up on their birthdays, and they're going to be receiving their pensions, and he doesn't want that to happen, so he wants to kill all of his assassins that have been working for him so he doesn't have to pay their pensions. He can just keep it for himself. So Duncan Visla obviously finds himself on the end of the receiving end of a hit, and he basically, the movie is him trying not to die and trying to find out who's trying to kill him, and then obviously he wants to kill them in return. So basically, that's the premise of the movie. Without going into spoilers, I will tell you right off the bat that I felt like this movie was kind of cheesy. I didn't really love it. And I find that there was a lot of things in this movie that I did not like at all. I do feel like this was a really dumbed down version of like a Quentin Tarantino movie, and I don't know if that's what they were going for, but it felt very like a bad version of Kill Bill. And on top of that, there's even a person in a yellow outfit that also I'm going to put a picture. If you remember the yellow outfit that gosh, I can't remember the main person's name. The girl wore the yellow jumpsuit in Kill Bill. There's a person wearing an entire yellow outfit, which just screamed another Tarantino ripoff to me. So that's how I felt about that. And then there were other things throughout the movie that I didn't really like. It was like really bad. It was like, in my opinion, it was really bad. It was like a mix between Kill Bill and John Wick. And I liked Kill Bill and I liked John Wick, and this was like the worst thing about both of them. I'm sorry whoever chose this and liked this movie. I love action movies. This one just wasn't for me. There was a little bit of a plot twist, which I ended up kind of liking, um, but I didn't really feel connected to the characters at all. Like the movie that I just reviewed a couple days ago, this is another movie I probably won't ever be watching again. But yeah, so that was basically my thoughts. What I liked about it before I get into spoilers, I thought it started off beautiful. I thought the scenery, although the scenery looked kind of fake. It was beautiful. And that's all. What else did I like? What did I like? Meh. Mm, no. No, I didn't write anything that I liked. Like literally, I think there's certain things in this movie that just made me not like it. So, um, yeah, if you like really cheesy movies, like if you just want something that's mindless and it's basically about this guy trying not to die, then you will really like it. It reminded me about a lot of other action movies that but it wasn't done as well. But yeah, I mean, this is actually a really cool experiment because there are things that I probably wouldn't just normally watch, and it's forcing me not only to watch them but also to think about them from a critical eye. And not that I'm any sort of expert whatsoever. This is all opinion. So please don't. If you love this movie and you don't like my opinion, believe me, I'm not gonna like everything that you like, and you're not gonna like everything that I like. This is just an opinion, and there was a main thing that happened in this movie that basically made me want to turn it off. If I'm gonna be honest, it was pointless. It brought nothing to the movie, and yeah. So I'm gonna go into spoilers now. So if you don't want to be spoiled for the movie, I'm sorry if I didn't go into depth about what I thought about it. Everything that I told you is basically all you really need to know going into it. I mean, it's an action movie, and so there you go. So spoilers. Yeah. So there was so many things in this movie that were unnecessary, and while I loved the aspect of there were flashes back to his past about this one brutal scene that you find out why he is having flashbacks of this scene of basically it looked like a car accident, but it wasn't a car accident. You find out later that it was an assassination that he had an assassination hit on this family, and he killed everybody in the family except for one little girl. And you come to later find out that this little girl is someone that he tries to save in this movie. So you find out the little girl is actually the woman that he's trying to protect for no reason in this movie, and that's the plot twist you find out. So through this movie, while that was a little bit of a plot twist, and it would have been a bigger plot twist had they shown the girl to begin with, had you seen the little girl, but really they just showed a bloody hand falling out of a car, and there was no way that you could have. Well, maybe there was. Maybe I'm just dumb, but there was no way that you could probably figure it out that the girl that he was helping was in the car because they didn't really show anything except for bits and pieces of this scene that he kept having nightmares about. On top of that, like I said, like the acting was so bad. I mean, it was so bad. And I say this coming from he played in Doctor Strange. The guy who played Duncan, I think it's like I wrote his name down. He's got a weird name. It's like Mads or Meds or let me tell you because I wanted to be prepared for this. His name is Mad Mikkelsen in real life, but he played Caecilius in Doctor Strange. Funny thing, which is another movie that I will be reviewing for my Wheel of Disney Plus. But it was funny that I watched two movies that he was in, and I don't think I've ever watched anything else prior to that. But he wasn't convincing to me as an assassin. He felt like a really poor version of John Wick, who was also kind of an assassin, or I think he's definitely an assassin, right? There are assassins in that movie. Oh my gosh. But John Wick spends the entire time trying not to get killed by people that he used to work for. So it was the same concept, but so much worse. And on top of that, he gets a dog. Okay, so for no reason, he gets a dog, and he names his dog Rusty because he likes dogs that have people names. And I kid you not, if you are an animal lover, this will piss you off because it brought nothing to the movie. It added nothing. You know, John Wick had a dog. We all loved John Wick's dog, and it added to the movie. He got a dog for like 2 seconds, had a nightmare, and shot the dog. Buried the dog. That was the only thing that happened with the dog. I was so angry. But of course, I'm that type of person, and don't judge me. I get so much more angry about when there's cruelty to animals in movies than when there's cruelty to humans. Not that I want humans to like get beat up or killed or whatnot, but if that's what you're watching, that's fine. But I feel like animals can't defend themselves for the most part. I have this weird hair. Anyway, animals can't defend themselves, like, especially this little puppy. Oh! And shoots the puppy and buries the puppy, and that's the entire story for the puppy. It was all so dumb. So dumb. I didn't like anything about this movie. Like, I remember it being over and thinking, oh my gosh, what the heck did I just watch? Please, if you are someone who likes this movie, just tell me why you like it. I'd be really interested to see someone else's point of view. Like I said, if you want something that's mindless and action packed, watch John Wick. It's so much better. Although, like I said, there are probably people who love this movie. It was not for me. So, yes, the Kill Bill reference. So, I felt very, like I said, it was a bad ripoff of a Quentin Tarantino movie. The reason why I think I immediately thought Quentin Tarantino was because of how bloody it is. At the very beginning, there's death and blood and gore, but in a weird way. And then it's kind of got that weird campy, like action kind of feel that makes you think, oh my gosh, this is like, is this Quentin Tarantino? But it's definitely not Quentin Tarantino. And then they brought out this yellow outfit, and I showed you a picture of this that the main girl in Kill Bill wears, and I'm like, okay, this is like, what are you doing? Did someone literally be like, okay, let's make a movie, and let's take Kill Bill and John Wick and put it together, but make it really bad? That's literally how I feel. And I thought bad reviews would be hard, but this was not hard. I, like I said, didn't like anything about this movie. Please don't take it personally. It is just my opinion. So he miraculously survives all of this, and come to find out, the little girl in the car, the one he was saving, wants to kill him. She wants him dead. And, um, so bad. So bad. Anyway, so that is my review for Polar. I really have nothing else to say. I feel like I spent too much time and breath just talking about it in general. Um, but I loved the experience. I loved getting so passionate about not being passionate about something. It makes it super fun. And I had talked to my friend FM. You guys know he's one of my good friends. And, I was telling him, I was like, I think that it's going to be hard to talk about a review in a negative way. And right after I talked to him, was talking to him about that, I watched this movie and I was like, okay, I can do this. This is not going to be hard. And I know that I'm going to offend people, because people, if you don't like what they like, sometimes they get offended. I hope you don't, but it's just, it is what it is. Anyway, super fun. 2 movies down out of the 6 that I'm supposed to watch. Spoiler, I've watched all of them but one. The last one I need to watch is 47 Meters Down. And I will be watching that tonight. So all of the reviews should be going up one each day now. Name That Pop was supposed to go up yesterday, but it's going to go out tomorrow. It's filmed. I just have to put it up. And you're going to see me in the same outfit because I filmed a lot of the same things in one day. I watched and then filmed. And I have my trusty book of notes. And actually, you guys, can you tell? There's Stan Lee on there. That's cool. Anyway, so yeah, that was my review for the movie Polar. I didn't even write what year it came out or anything like that. I'm going to try to be better about that, like giving you more information, basically. But this one, not worth it. Anyway, you guys, I had to give this, if I was ranking this, it was 1 out of 5 stars for me. Like, I wouldn't even give it, yeah, I'll give it 1 out of 5 stars. Yeah. Anyway, I'm Katt Dee, guys. Please give this video a big thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe.